Ever wondered how grapes are transformed into wine inside a modern winery or industrial wine factory? What appears to be a simple bottle of wine is actually the result of one of the oldest and most sophisticated food production systems in human history. Winemaking combines agriculture, microbiology, chemistry, engineering, temperature control, fermentation science, aging technology, and sensory evaluation. Every stage, from the vineyard to the bottle, influences the final taste, aroma, color, texture, and quality of the wine. Inside large wineries, millions of grapes move through highly controlled systems involving crushing machines, fermentation tanks, laboratory testing, filtration equipment, automated bottling lines, and climate-controlled aging cellars. Here is a fully expanded, detailed look at how grapes are turned into wine inside a factory. Vineyard cultivation and grape growing. Wine production begins long before grapes reach the factory. The quality of wine is heavily influenced by vineyard conditions. Wine grapes are different from table grapes because they are smaller and denser, contains more sugar, have thicker skins, possesses higher acidity, carry more concentrated flavor compounds. Different grape varieties create different styles of wine. Examples include Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Pinot Noir, Syrah, Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc. Riesling. Each grape variety reacts differently to climate and soil. The importance of terroir. Winemakers use the term terroir to describe how environmental conditions affect grape quality. Terroir includes soil composition, rainfall patterns, sunlight exposure, temperature variation, altitude, wind conditions. For example, cooler climates usually produce wines with higher acidity. Warmer climates often create sweeter grapes with higher alcohol potential. Even vineyards located a few kilometers apart can produce dramatically different wines. Druhi. Monitoring grape ripeness. Before harvesting begins, grapes are tested continuously. Winemakers measure sugar concentration, acidity level, tannin maturity, flavor development, pH balance. Sugar concentration is commonly measured using the Brix scale. Higher sugar leads to higher potential alcohol. Harvest timing is critical because underripe grapes produce sour, thin wine. Overripe grapes produce overly alcoholic or jammy wine. Teams walk through vineyards, tasting grapes and collecting samples for laboratory analysis. Harvesting the grapes. Once grapes reach ideal ripeness, harvesting begins. Timing is extremely important because grapes can deteriorate quickly. Harvesting often occurs early morning, at night in hot climates. Cool temperatures help preserve freshness and aromatic compounds. Hand harvesting. Premium wineries often use hand harvesting. Workers carefully cut grape clusters using shears and place them into small containers. Advantages: selective picking of only ripe grapes, reduced grape damage, better quality control. Disadvantages: labor-intensive, slower and more expensive. Mechanical harvesting. Large commercial wineries often use harvesting machines. These machines shake grapevines rapidly, causing grapes to detach and fall onto conveyor systems. Advantages: extremely fast, lower labor costs, efficient for huge vineyards. Modern harvesters can process enormous vineyard areas in a single day. Transportation to the winery. After harvesting, grapes are transported quickly to the winery. This is important because damaged grapes begin oxidizing, fermenting naturally, losing freshness. Luxury wineries may use small transport crates to prevent crushing. Refrigerated transport systems. Immediate processing upon arrival. Freshness preservation is critical at this stage. Pati, sorting and inspection. At the winery, grapes pass through sorting systems. The purpose is to remove leaves, twigs, insects, rotten grapes, moldy fruit, underripe berries. Factories use vibrating sorting tables, optical scanners, conveyor inspection belts, manual sorting teams. Optical sorting machines use cameras and sensors to identify defective grapes based on color, shape, size, surface quality. Only healthy grapes proceed to production. Shesti, destemming process. Grape clusters contain stems that can contribute bitterness and harsh tannins. Destemming machines separate grapes from stems using rotating drums and paddles. The machine removes stems efficiently, minimizes grape damage, maintains juice quality. Some premium winemakers intentionally leave small amounts of stems for certain wine styles, but most wines are fully destemmed. Suvende, crushing the grapes. After destemming, grapes are crushed gently. The goal is to break grape skins, release juice, preserve seeds from breaking. The resulting mixture is called must. Must contains juice, skins, seeds, pulp. Modern crushers apply very gentle pressure because broken seeds release bitterness. Excessive crushing damages flavor balance. Osmi, white wine and red wine separation. At this stage, production methods differ depending on wine type. White wine production. For white wine, skins are removed quickly after crushing, juice is separated before fermentation. This preserves light color, crisp flavor, fresh fruit aromas. Red wine production. For red wine, skins remain with juice during fermentation. This extracts color pigments, tannins, complex flavor compounds. Red wine gets most of its color from grape skins, not juice. Devati, pressing the grapes. Pressing separates liquid juice from solids. Factories use pneumatic presses that apply carefully controlled pressure. The pressing process creates free-run juice, highest quality, pressed juice, stronger and more tannic. Premium wineries often keep these portions separate. Pressing too hard can crush seeds, extract bitterness, damage aroma quality. Modern presses use computerized pressure systems for precision control. Desati, juice clarification. Before fermentation begins, juice may be clarified. Clarification removes dirt particles, excess pulp, grape solids, plant debris. Methods include natural settling, centrifugation, filtration systems. Clearer juice often leads to cleaner fermentation, more refined aroma, better stability. Jedinatsti, fermentation, turning sugar into alcohol. Fermentation is the most important transformation stage. Yeast consumes grape sugar and converts it into alcohol. Carbon dioxide, heat energy. The reaction is sugar yields alcohol plus CO2 plus heat. Without fermentation, wine would simply remain grape juice. Types of yeast. Winemakers may use wild natural yeast from grape skins, cultured commercial yeast. Commercial yeast offers predictable fermentation, better consistency, controlled flavor outcomes. Different yeast strains produce different aromas and flavor characteristics. Dvanast, fermentation tanks and temperature control. Fermentation occurs inside stainless steel tanks, concrete tanks, wooden vats, oak barrels. Temperature is extremely important. White wine fermentation. Cool temperatures preserve fruit aromas, floral notes, fresh acidity. Red wine fermentation. Warmer temperatures improve color extraction, tannin extraction, body development. Factories use computerized cooling jackets around tanks to maintain exact temperatures. Fermentation may last several days, several weeks, depending on the style and sugar content. Trinatsti, cap management in red wine. During red wine fermentation, grape skins float upward, forming a thick layer called the cap. If unmanaged, extraction becomes uneven. Fermentation quality declines. Wineries manage the cap using punch-down systems, pump-over systems, rotating fermenters. These methods improve color extraction, flavor development, tannin balance, malolactic fermentation. Some wines undergo a second microbial process called malolactic fermentation. In this process, sharp malic acid converts into softer lactic acid. Malic acid yields lactic acid plus CO2. This creates creamier texture, softer acidity, buttery flavor notes. This step is common in Chardonnay and many red wines. Botnast, aging and maturation. After fermentation, wine is aged to develop complexity. Aging containers include stainless steel tanks, oak barrels, concrete eggs, large wooden casks. Oak barrel aging. Oak barrels influence wine significantly. They contribute vanilla notes, spice aromas, toast flavors. Controlled oxygen exposure. Oxygen slowly softens tannins and develops complexity. Barrels may be French oak, American oak, Hungarian oak. Each type contributes different characteristics. Some wines age a few months, several years, before bottling. Szesnacki, racking and sediment removal. As wine ages, solids settle at the bottom. Racking transfers wine into clean containers while leaving sediment behind. This improves clarity, flavor purity, stability. Multiple rackings may occur during aging. Sedumnacki, filtration and stabilization. Before bottling, wine may be filtered. Filtration removes yeast particles, sediment, microorganisms. Stabilization treatments prevent crystal formation, cloudiness, spoilage during storage. Factories use advanced filtration systems with microscopic membranes. Osumnacki, blending process. Many wines are blends of different batches. Winemakers combine wines from different grape varieties, different vineyard locations, different barrels, different harvest lots. Blending helps achieve consistent flavor, better balance, greater complexity. This stage requires expert tasting and analysis. Devatanatsti, laboratory quality testing. Wine factories perform extensive laboratory testing. Tests include alcohol percentage, sugar content, acidity level, sulfite concentration, microbial safety, color analysis, oxidation stability. Every batch must meet strict standards before approval. Dvatset. Bottling line process. Wine enters automated bottling systems. Machines perform bottle cleaning, precise filling, cork insertion or screw cap sealing, label application, batch coating. Factories minimize oxygen exposure during bottling because oxidation damages wine quality. Some systems use nitrogen gas to protect the wine. Inoctuve. Packaging and distribution. Finished bottles are packed into cartons and stored in climate-controlled warehouses. Wine is sensitive to heat, light, vibration. Proper storage preserves quality during transport. Wine is then distributed globally to restaurants, hotels, wine shops, supermarkets, international export markets. Final summary. Wine production is one of the world's most sophisticated food and beverage manufacturing processes. It combines agriculture, fermentation biology, chemistry, precision engineering, sensory science, aging technology. A single bottle of wine may represent months of vineyard work, weeks of fermentation, years of maturation, thousands of scientific and artistic decisions. From grape cultivation to barrel aging and bottling, every stage shapes the final aroma, texture, flavor, and quality inside the glass. What seems like a simple drink is actually the result of centuries of tradition combined with modern industrial science.